Father.
Commander! Ioannes. Melus and his allies ready their
Impero?
forces across the river. Lead us to a swift victory and end the terror that they have brought to Apulia.
Quando? Impero?
It's a fine day to grind an axe. We will lay your enemies low, or die trying.
Ein. Sane, ein, ago. Ein. Quando?
Press ein. Sane.
Presto. Quando?
Per pugno. Press porro. Commita. Ein pugno. Commita. Ein porro. Press. Presto. Ago.
Salve. Quando?
Herd of shield-bearing Norman riders approach, led by Gilbert Botter. May fortune guide our spears.
Quando? Quando?
Per ein. Sane. Sane. Ein porro. Commita.
Ioannis' forces threaten our camp. Send forth all reserves.
Impero? Salve. Quando?
My men will cut through your ranks like a scythe through grain.
Salve. Quando?
Presto, muta. Ein, Vero, ein, Sire. Ago.
Presto. Quando? Kondo, 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 Kondo. Kondo.
12 centuries ago, a barbarian horde massacred our Roman forebears on this very field. Now, it is the barbarians who lie slain beyond count.
Impero. Ago.
Pero. Kondo. Kondo. Salve.
Gilbert has fallen, and his Norman knights take to flight. Fortune is with us, Commander.
Not unlike its predecessor, the Second Battle of Cannae was a massacre. The Lombards and their Norman allies were no match for Boyanis' strategic prowess and the ferocity of his Varangian troops. Melius fled the field and sought refuge with the Pope, which sent him to the court of the Holy Roman Emperor. He gradually poisoned the minds of several influential courtiers, and eventually the Emperor himself. Melius died in exile, but the effects of his political machinations were soon to be felt throughout Italy. The rebellion was over, but Boyanes still had a difficult task before him. The once rich province of Apulia lay in tatters, and the hostility of its northern neighbors did not bode well for the future. Melius's brother Datus still preyed on the surrounding lands from his lair on the Garigliano. Additionally, rumor quickly spread of Holy Roman armies massing in the north. Boyanes was not about to let his hard-earned gains slip away like a fish from the net. The odds were against him, but he had a loyal army and a plan. The Apennine Pass was the gateway to southern Italy, and Boyanes intended to fortify it. Thousands of soldiers and masons followed him to the ruins of Acre, an ancient Roman city near the mountains, and began construction of a citadel named Troia. Boyanes would restore the grandeur of Byzantine power in Italy, or die in the effort.
The fortress of Troia is complete. Now all that remains is to defend it from enemy attacks.
Kondo, 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 Kondo.
Our allies in Capua will assist
Presto,
us.
Caedo.
But we must ensure that their city remains safe. We cannot afford to be outflanked.
Hail, Basil Boyoannes. We once stood on opposite sides of the battlefield, but for a small prize, my men and I are willing to bury the past and help you defend Troya. Splendid. Our chevaliers will prove their worth 10 times over against the Holy Roman forces. Bonjour!
Presto. Nine.
Boyoannes! You may have defeated my brother Melas, but my men and I still carry on the fight. You set foot in Apulia.
That is his valiant but wrong, but he has a full tear down his tower on the Galliano and put an end to his rebellion. Byzantine forces approach our tower. I will soon be praised either for a remarkable death or for despoiling my enemies. For Melus!
Condo. Condo.
Salve. Quando?
The Pope and I have agreed that God does not wish for you Byzantines to hold land in Italy.
Ein.
We will install our vassal, Melus, as Duke of Apulia.
Salve. Condo. Condo. Condo.
The Benedictine monks of Monte Cassino have been funding our foes for months. And I will tear their abbey down brick by brick.
Commander, Datus lies on islands. His tower is smoking ruin.
He requests a remarkable death.
I suggest the Pinnacle.
Commander, our scouts report that the Holy Roman and Papal forces are exchanging supplies via a pass through the Apennines to the north. We should put an end to this immediately.
Quando? Salve.
Commander, a holy Roman army has sailed down the coast and seized Capua. It must be reconquered.
Quando? Presto. Vero? Quando?
Marvel at the gold and relics of Monte Cassino, comrades! Have you ever seen such riches?
Your efforts are admirable, but they are futile. Italy will soon be ours!
Our enemies will soon renew their efforts. We must hold the castle for 45 more minutes.
Ein.
Salve. Quando? Impero. Pugno. Quando? Salve, prego. Ein. Salve, prego. Quando? Vero? Ein commita. Vero? Pugno. Rectus. Quando? Formica. Impero, impero, pugno.
Presto.
Condo.
Capua is ours once again!
Condo,
Cannot
condo,
lose it a
condo,
second time.
condo, condo.
Ein. Formica. Pestane. Pugno. Ein. Porro. Impero. Formica. Presto. Impero. Pugno. Presto. Ein.
Salve.
Quando? Presto. Ein. Forza. Conmigo. Però. Ein.
The Holy Roman Emperor dashes his finery upon the floor as word of our triumph reaches his court. Italy remains in the hands of the true Romeoi! The armies of the papacy flee north, lamenting our victories as portents of God's anger!
The Holy Roman Empire was no trifling opponent. Many good men fell parrying the assaults on Troia. Ioannis' forces struck out at Datus' tower on the Garigliano and dragged him from it. Following the ancient Roman custom, Datus was confined in a leather sack with a rooster, a monkey, and a viper, and cast into the sea. Byzantine Italy flourished under Boyanis' tenure as Catapan. Alas, that the incompetence of his successors have brought us to this dreadful pass. Young men seek renown on the battlefield, thinking war a noble affair. Little do they know that their quarries are in vain. There is nothing but chaos, the screams of dying men, and the stench of death. I long for peace and cheer. I can hardly remember the sound of music in the streets, and the noises of a bustling city on market day. They have been replaced by the din of battle, the whistling of rocks hurled by Norman catapults, and the solemn evening tales in the taverns told by those who cannot forget the carnage of each day. My father approached, holding a sword and his old helm, breastplate, folds, and greaves. They are yours now. For 200 years, our family has proudly served this city. But today, you must leave this place. I am too old for the journey. But if you live, my death will not be in vain. Someday you will tell your son this story with the same pride as I have. Fight well today, escape, and secure yourself that future.
Captain Nartikos, our situation is dire, but hope yet remains if we can hold back the Norman tide until reinforcements arrive to break the siege. The Norman surround us. But fortune favors the bold. We must strike them when and where they least expect us. I will see to it that any Norman assaults on the city walls are parried. I am placing you in charge of operations beyond the city walls. You must not fail me.
Ein.
The morning sun shone on the shores of the Aegean. I was speaking to a miller when I heard shouts from the harbor. Racing to the docks, I recognized several Barians disembarking from a battered vessel. The tidings were grim. Bari was in Norman hands, and my father had fallen valiantly along with it. I thought of his parting words, but I doubt that I will ever don his armaments again. Like my ancestor Panos, I have seen enough battle for 10 lifetimes. I think I shall travel the Empire, from Thessaly to Anatolia, seeking work as I go. With all luck, I will earn enough wealth to buy a house in the countryside, and raise miles of vineyards on the hillside. Perhaps one day, when I recount the tale of my family to my children and grandchildren, I will be able to conclude it with how we have found peace at last.